Hi, this is Sandra Jarvis, and I'm the coordinator of Human Resources here at Nebo School District offices, and I'm glad you could join me today. The presentation is on the ABCs of a high deductible health plan and a health savings account, and how you can really get the most of your healthcare dollars. So I hope you learned something today, and we'll get started. First off, I want to talk with you a little bit about vocabulary. And just know that when you hear the terms consumer driven health plan, CDHP, and high deductible health plan, HDHP, you are really hearing about the very same thing. They are both insurance plans, medical insurance plans, which have a high deductible. If you are on a CDHP or an HDHP, you may own a health savings account or an HSA. And owning an HSA is the very best part of being on a high deductible health plan. I've heard that from many experts, and I can see that for myself because it is a way for you to save healthcare dollars, save for your future. The money you put into an HSA can go into the HSA tax free, and you can also spend it tax free. It's the only place in the tax code where your money is not taxed going in or coming out. You do have limits on how much you can put in. If you are a single, you can put $3,300 in a year right now. If you are a couple or a family, you can put 6,550 at the very maximum, and that does include what the district does put in. So you have to kind of do the math to figure that out. If you're over 55, you can put $1,000 more into the account. And these accounts do stay with you. The district does not own them. You own them. You own it. And you can save for your health care expenses into retirement and on. And we'll talk a little more about that. So a health savings account is really an awesome thing. You just need to learn how to use it and use it wisely. So all of you should have received in the mail a insurance card from your carrier, either Altius or Select Health, and then you may have received from Health Equity a debit card. If you already had a debit card, of course you wouldn't have received another one, but if you did not have a debit card, you would have got one. If you have not received your debit card from Health Equity, you need to call them, and we have a number in this presentation. Then you each should have received either an Altius card or a Select Health card, and these are your medical insurance cards. These are the cards that you'll present at time of service whenever you're having medical issues that are covered by your insurance. Okay, just I want to make you familiar with our vendors and know that we have two types of vendors when we're talking about these issues. One of them is our health insurance vendors, and we have Altius and Select Health. And you choose one of those and you're on one of their plans. And they are your insurance companies. Then our health savings account or our HSA account is health equity. And you will hear throughout this presentation, I'll talk about health equity. Think of them as your savings bank for your medical issues, medical, vision, dental, all those kinds of things. Your health equity account, you can save into that and then use the money in that account to cover your out-of-pocket expenses. So just remember that your insurance companies like Altius and Select Health and Health Equity, they work hand in hand to help meet your needs. But no, your insurance company is Altius or Select Health. Your health savings account company is Health Equity. You would never say, if someone asked you who your insurance carrier was, you would never say Health Equity. They are not an insurance carrier. They are a health savings account vendor. And so that is the place where you save your money you're going to use on your deductibles and your out-of-pocket expenses. So just to get started, I want to encourage you all to know your medical plan. You can find that on www.nebo.edu. You just go to the employee homepage and then benefits 2014-15. On that page, you can find all kinds of information about medical, vision, and dental, and AFLAC insurance that we offer through the district. You'll see your plan summaries. You'll see the new preventative prescription lists. That is something new we have added this year, that if your prescription is on that preventative list, then you get to have that prescription with a copay rather than paying the full amount until you reach your deductible. So that's an exciting new addition to our high deductible plan. You'll find rates there about with monthly premiums and the HSA contributions into your health savings account. Also, it's important if you want to visit your carrier website. They have important information there and some helps that can maybe help you get the best for your healthcare dollars as well. What we're going to spend the most time in this presentation talking about is your health equity account and how you get started online and just information about that account. And we'll go into detail, but here it is in a nutshell. You'll go to healthequity.com. You'll click on Login in the upper right-hand corner, and if you are new to Health Equity, you'll click on Begin Now. I really encourage you as you are first entering the Health Equity website that you watch the tutorials. They have awesome tutorials. They're short, and they can tell you how to use your health savings account. And they'll also give you a lot of important information that can really help you make the best of your medical dollars. So here is the first page, the home page that you'll see when you go to healthequity.com. And just know that you'll log in right up here in the right hand corner. And even if you've never logged in before, you're going to click that button and it will take you to this page. And of course, you don't have your user ID or password yet, so you wouldn't do anything here if this is your very first time getting on the logging into this account. You'll click Begin Now. If you're a first-time user, you'll click Begin Now. And when you do that, it will take you through some steps. Of course, I didn't take pictures of those because I've already done those steps, but it will take you through some steps to set up your login account and your password. And then it will take you to this page. And this is your home page. And on this home page, you will see account balances. There'll be all kinds of information. So here is the 2014 maximums that you can put into a health savings account. That talks about things like gives you reminders that your HSA balance does roll over. But what you'll mostly probably do when you come to this site is click this claims and payments. If you want to view a claim, you would click View Open Claims. If you want to reimburse yourself, you click this Request Reimbursement. Now know that when you go to the doctor's office or have medical service that's covered by your medical insurance and you present them with your medical insurance card, the office or wherever you're at, they will process that claim through your carrier, Select Health or Altius, and then they will send it on to Health Equity, which will automatically attach that claim to your account with Health Equity. So you don't even have to do anything to have a claim be opened here in your account. So if you went to the doctor and had service and that claim went all the way through, you could log into your health savings account and you could view that open claim and see if you owed on that claim, or if the insurance, whatever you have an out-of-pocket expense would be showing. So this is really a great place. Say you went to the dentist, and of course the dentist is not going to run their claims through Health Equity. It is your responsibility to pay that claim and reimburse yourself, or you can also add a claim. If you'll look right here, if I went to the dentist, I could add a claim. Maybe the dentist didn't charge me while I was there. I said just bill me, and so I haven't paid anything out of pocket yet. I could just come when I got the bill. I could come to my Health Equity account. I could click on Add a Claim, and then I would just put my dentist's information, his name, his address, and the amount I want him paid. And Health Equity would cut a check to him and mail him that check from the money that you have in your health savings account. So this is the place where you will view the claims that have come through your medical provider, and you can just click a button that says pay claims, or where you will add a claim if you went to a dentist or your eye doctor, or something that does not run through your medical expense, your medical insurance. You would then just add a claim, and you'd put the information in, and you would add that claim, and then you would put that bill that you received in a folder, so you would have that in case your account was ever audited. And you can also request reimbursement. So you could also go to the dentist and you could just pay for the visit when you're there out of your own pocket. And then you could come back to your health savings account and log in and request a reimbursement. And when you very first log into your health savings account to Health Equity, they will give you the option of putting in a checking account or a savings account. So when you request reimbursement, they can just automatically put that money into your account, and it will just be transferred into that account. If you do not want to do that, then they can send you a check as well, but there is a small fee for sending you the check. So most people will put in a checking account or a savings account, and any reimbursements you get will automatically go into that account. So we touched on this a little bit, but here is how it works at the doctor's office. When you go to the doctor when you're on a high deductible health plan, you will check in and give them your insurance card. You usually do not pay at time of service. No copay or payment of any kind. Now, I am being told that there are some exceptions to this, that some doctors' offices are requiring some sort of payment up front. So if that's the case, ask them the bare minimum that they would accept at this time, because you are wanting the claim to run through your insurance company so that all of the deductions or all of the discounts that you are allotted because you are affiliated with that insurance company can be taken off of that bill. So, in other words, take Select Health. They may say the most we will allow for a doctor's visit is $90. Well, your doctor may charge $120. So when you go in at time of service, they may say you owe $120. Well, all you really should pay is the allowable that your insurance company allows. And the doctor has agreed to this in their contracts with these insurance companies. So it is best if you could not pay at time of service. If they require some sort of payment, just ask them the minimal copay or the minimal amount they will accept at that point. And then wait till the claim goes all the way through your insurance company. You'll receive a statement that will have from the insurance company that will have the allowable amount, and then you will know to pay that much of the appointment. So, or you can wait till you get billed by the doctor's office, but he will send that claim once you visit the doctor's office. They will send that claim into Select Health or Altius. Select Health or Altius will send it to Health Equity, and the claim will show up in your Health Equity account, and you can just press the button Pay Provider when you log into your health savings account. So at this point, Health Equity will send you an email when that claim hits at Health Equity saying you have a recent claim that is pending, and you can go in and choose to pay the provider. Okay, so as I was just saying, there are 3 ways you can pay the claim. You can go online and click Pay Provider. You log into Health Equity, and when you get to that claims section, you will be able to click on your open claims, and you'll see that claim, and there's a button that says Pay Provider. Health Equity will send the provider a check for payment. You can also wait and receive a bill from the doctor's office. Then pay the bill with your Health Equity debit card. You'll just fill the information in and it will come out of your health equity account using your debit card. And like I said before, you can also pay with your own money and then go in and reimburse yourself on your health equity account. Okay, so here's how it works at the pharmacy. You'll show the pharmacist your insurance card, and of course you will need to pay at the time of pickup. And you can pay using your health equity debit card, or you can pay using your own money and then reimburse yourself from the health equity website. The pharmacy should know if a prescription is on the preventative prescription list, where you can pay with a copay pay before the deductible. So just know that those lists are in the pharmaceutical database. They know if it's part of that list and that you should be able to get it with a copay. One thing I want to bring up at this time is just that you make sure you shop around for the very best price for your prescriptions. The prices can differ in a huge way from just the different places. The pharmacies have agreements with the pharmaceutical companies and some of the big box stores. Sometimes it may be cheaper at one place and more expensive at the other. Another day, just the opposite. So you'll really want to watch that. We have a wonderful tool on our Benefits 2014-15 webpage. Um, it is the GBS Comparison Pharmacy Tool, and you can click on that, type in the pharmaceutical that you're looking for, and the drug that you are on, and it will tell you the best prices to get it. It does not include all of the smaller pharmacies, but sometimes you can use that to negotiate a better price with them. So we just want to encourage you to try to get the very best um, price for your medications that you can. If it's before your deductible, that will really save you a lot of money. If it's after you've met your deductible, that will save our plan a lot of money. And if we can get in that mode where we are being very smart consumers, our plan may be able to improve and get better and better. Okay, so here's how it works at the hospital. So usually when you're an inpatient, you will show your insurance card in the admitting department. They should not require an upfront payment. If they do, you just want to give them the smallest amount they will allow so that you can make sure the insurance companies, all of the deductions and discounts that you deserve will be taken from that bill. You can pay with your health equity debit card or your own money and reimburse yourself later. You can wait for the bill to come through health equity so that you know all discounts have been applied. So the message here is try not to pay at time of service. If they make you pay, pay the least that they will allow you to pay so that all the discounts can be applied before you pay so that you're not ending up paying more and then trying to get reimbursed from the provider. Now, sometimes procedures such as MRIs or endoscopies, those kinds of things, they may ask for an upfront payment. If they ask for an upfront payment and that's the only way you can get the procedure done, then just make sure you've communicated to the provider that you need them to make sure you've talked to the carriers that they have the correct price and the correct discounts have been applied, and then of course pay upfront once you know that's been done. Okay, now I just have a few news flashes just so you know. Newsflash number one, your health equity debit card will not work if you have no money in your account. So it is a true debit card. You have to have money in the account for it to work. If you don't have money in the account, then you'll have to pay from out of pocket. You'll have to pay from your checking account or a savings account. And then when you do have money in your account, you can reimburse yourself for them. Now, if you're brand new to the high deductible plan, just know that you cannot reimburse yourself for the medical expenses that you that you had while you are on a standard plan. So say you were in the hospital this summer and you were still on your standard plan and you have a $500 bill at the hospital, you can't use your money in your HSA to pay for your expenses if you are on a standard plan. You have to be on a high deductible health plan in order to reimburse yourself for the expenses. But that being said, if you had services right now and it cost you $1,000 and you had to pay out of pocket because you did not have the money in your HSA, and 6 months from now you do have $1,000 in your HSA, you can reimburse yourself for that 6 months down the road, a year down the road, 3 years down the road, as long as you have the receipt and you were on a high deductible health plan at the time of the service, you can reimburse yourself for that later. Okay, newsflash number 2. You may want to contribute money from your own check to your HSA to help cover your out-of-pocket medical expenses. The money you put in is put in tax-free, as I said before, and you can spend it tax-free. This gives you about 20% more medical service for your money. So it really is a great way to save up, and like I said before, you take it into retirement. It's your account. It never comes back to the district. Health savings accounts are accounts that you own, much like a savings account at your bank. You can choose to contribute more from your check anytime throughout the year. It does not have to be done at open enrollment. You just need to fill out an HSA contribution form, which is found on our 2014-15 benefits page, and turn it into the payroll department at the district office. And you can change that in December or January or February, and then go in the very much next month and change it to a different amount. So you can make as many changes as you want to your contribution from your check to your HSA throughout the year. Okay, newsflash number 3. You can use your money in your HSA to pay for far more than your medical plan deductible expenses and coinsurance. You can use the money in your HSA to pay for a list of qualified medical and vision expenses. And I just put a few of them here because the list is long and it does change a bit. This list comes from the IRS, and each year they'll put out a new list, and most of the things are the same year in and year out, but sometimes something new is on there. But you can see by those things in orange, you can um, buy braces for your children and use the money in your HSA for that, and get to use that tax-free money for those services. Chiropractic, hearing aids, ambulances are sometimes not covered by your medical insurance. So you can use the money for far more than just your out-of-pocket medical uh, expenses. So for a complete list, go to this irs.gov, and each year you'll notice some small changes. Here's newsflash number 4 and 5. The HSA money rolls over from year to year. I've already kind of talked about that. And you can use the money until you die, and then your spouse can use it until he or she dies. So this is a great benefit, and it can accumulate. So even though you have limits each year, uh, there's a limit if you're on a family or a couple plan. 6550 is the limit right now. You can let those grow. There's no limit to what they could grow to be, as long as you just don't put more in than those limits each year from the IRS. You could let it accumulate and take that into retirement and use those for those expenses. Okay, another thing I want to really make you aware of is that Health Equity is known for awesome customer service. If you can't remember what's in this presentation, or if you can't navigate their website, just call them and they will completely walk you through it. They have great customer service 24/7. You can call them at this number. No, you can also call the district office and talk to me or Valerie here in the HR department, and we will be happy to answer your questions. I want to thank you for listening in to this presentation on the ABCs of a high deductible healthcare plan and a health savings account. I hope you learned something, and I hope that you can get the very most for your medical dollars. Thank you. Testing, testing, testing the ABCs of high deductible health plans and HSAs.